Yo, what up, chickens? Coming live to you from the Duress Crew compound. We got the gang in the house, and we got two fresh faces for you in the booth today.
Yes, sir.
My name is Bradley Stone, a.k.a. Mr. Terrageddon.
And I am Anthony Jordan, a.k.a. Tony PJs. What up, though?
And today we got a funky, fresh matchup for you. We got Machine Head, one of the deep cuts from Premodern, coming straight out of the Time Vault right now. Nice little throwback here. Versus Sligh, one of the classics. PM dominant deck. This thing has got it all. Tony, who are our pilots today?
Ooh, we got some spicy people here today. We got Rebell of CEDH fame. And then also Chris DiBiase, a.k.a. Iron Lungs, the man bringing Phyrexian Furnace into Sligh. Which is hot.
Also got to give a shout out to our homie from being from Worcester, straight from DCHQ. Before we go into the decks today, we just got to give a shout out to William Hurst for bringing this whole thing together, and give out some big props to everybody else involved for making this Premodern Super League happen.
Hell yeah, you guys rock. With that being said, let's check out the decks.
So we got Rebell on Machine Head. Tony, I made fun of you for playing this deck this past weekend at the ELD Open in Massachusetts.
You sure did.
And you went 4-1.
I sure did.
So egg on my face.
Yep.
Rebell is coming in with a pretty spicy list right here. The first thing that I'm seeing, obviously, is those Flame Tongue Cavus.
Flame Tongue Cavus, a classic from Plane Shift. What does it do again? It deals like 4 damage?
4 damage on
ETB?
entry. Yep. Everybody wants this card to work. I want this card to work. I'm excited to see how it plays in this matchup.
For sure.
Next up for Spice, we got 4 Black Knights.
Woo!
I don't think that I've even seen that card in Premodern before.
No, it's a forgotten relic of the past because from Alpha, but we have the Pump Knights from Ice Age that seem a little bit better. So I kind of want to know how this fares against Sligh.
I guess it's got First Strike.
Next up,
Next up, we got those 2 Blazing Specters. Pet card of mine. Love that card. Always want to see it in Machine Head, so I'm stoked that that's on the list today.
For sure. And let's talk about the elephant in the room right now. Main deck Blood Moon.
This is wild.
That is hot.
It's not going to do anything in this matchup.
It might turn off the Barbarian Rings, but actually that could be kind of useful later.
Yeah.
But who the hell knows?
It's spicy though, for sure.
It's probably good really against like the combo decks.
Yep.
In the series.
Yep. I'm seeing Engineered Plague. That card's going to put in work.
Oh, for sure. Name elementals, you're good.
Yep.
Hell yeah. The rest of the deck seems pretty stock for the most part. We can get to the sideboard. We have 2 Anarchies. Usually people, don't play the Anarchies in the red deck, but since, you're more mid-range, you can afford to, cast 4 mana spells. You have your second Blood Moon, which is also just spicy. And then also, I think I'm a little confused about the Winter Orbs, but, they might do well in this matchup.
Yeah, the deck's kind of mana hungry, so it's an interesting choice, but we'll see how it works out.
Hey, you got the Ritual, so let's hope. Let's move on to Chris's deck playing Sligh.
All right, so we got Chris on Sligh. This is a Connecticut deck list if I've ever seen one.
What's that supposed to mean, Brad?
I think that this thing is the epitome of just bread and butter Sligh. Not much that is sticking out for spice here. There is one card that is noticeably absent. What is that card, Tony?
That card is Phyrexian Furnace. Chris has been really championing that card on in replace of Bobble most of the time for the main deck, which in personal use, it's been okay, but a lot of times it's pretty much dead.
I think that it's a lot of mana investment, you know?
It's been better, but a lot of matchups it's useless and you just feel bad.
Yeah, I think that it's cool that it can take on Terravores,
Oh, yeah.
Terravore is a card that the deck has answering, so I think it's pretty interesting in there, especially as a Terrageddon player. Like, I'm pretty scared if Sligh has that card.
Turn 1 against you or Billy, I'm loving it.
Yeah, but besides that, I mean, this is the stock thing. This is what burn looks like these days. It is extremely efficient. It's got a 4 of everything that you would think that it has a 4 of. It has the 1 Lava Dart in the main board, but then it's also got 3 more in the sideboard. I think that this thing just has pretty much all the answers to what his opponent is doing. The card that I'm really looking at in this matchup is Sulfuric Vortex. If that card lands on the battlefield, Machine Head has no way of answering it.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Pretty much land Vortex and then use your burn to kill all their creatures. I do like the Mog Salvage out the board as well against the blue decks. Let's get to the games. And here we have game 1. Look at these opening hands.
These are 2 good hands. Both players keeping 7. Chris has a bunch of utility in his hand right now. He's got the Urza's Bauble start. It's going to give him a little bit of information. Rebel over here has a pretty nice hand with that Swamp and the black-red check lands. So all of her mana is on right away.
You know, one thing I did miss with Rebel's deck is that she's running Incinerates. I have not really seen that in Machine Head, so I'm excited that there's some extra burn in the deck.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
Oh, for sure.
And we got the Grim Lavamancer start with 2 cards in the graveyard already. Pretty nice. Let's see if Rebel starts with an answer to this, or is she going to go straight for that Dark Ritual Spectre opening?
Yo, Duress, Black Knight, let's go.
All right, just going for the Duress. I like that here. I don't love Dark Ritual in this matchup because it's just so easy to get 2 for 1.
110%, yeah.
And I have to imagine that that's going to be a card that's coming out.
Easily.
So we got a Duress here on the Incinerate. The hand is open. 4 cards known and 1 card unknown.
Let's see. Probably just pass the turn. Maybe cast an extra Lavamancer?
Yeah, insurance.
Right.
I don't see why not. And maybe even swing here.
Can't do anything else, but...
Yeah, Chris going to combat and not taking it. All right, I don't know. I kind of like the swing there, but he's restraining himself.
Yeah, but he can also ping off a hippie if, Dark Ritual into hippie. He can just get it.
Right.
Yeah, so might as well keep it up to shoot something down.
Right. Rebel does have the option of playing this Black Knight out right now. Not looking too good against 2 Grim Lavamancers right now, but... I mean, honestly, at worst, this thing is bait to, take the hit and get the Spectre on the board. Spectre's pretty good in this matchup.
Right. Definitely if you can stick around. I mean, I would probably cast the Black Knight. Hopefully it just dies and eats what's in the graveyard.
Yeah, she chooses to do nothing. I guess saving this Incinerate for one of these Lavamancers.
I'm already sending off 2 to the face.
Yep. Got to get that damage in.
Ooh.
Another Bauble draw. Pretty nice.
Ooh, piece of candy. Let's see if it gets the same card, because that's my luck. Oh, and it hit the same card. That's not helpful.
I got to say, Rebel showed a lot of restraint here because she has that Incinerate now for the Ball Lightning, and Chris is wisely choosing not to play that Ball Lightning.
Smart.
Yep.
I would have probably cast the Ball Lightning because that's just a Dodo Bird move I would make.
Yeah, you go for the phase. That's what I would do.
Oh, yeah. I'm the one of the most impulsive players ever. I don't think.
It's a good thing that I don't play this deck. Oh, my God. She draws the E-Plague. That is crazy. All right. That card does so much work against Burn.
Name elementals.
Just name human here, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can pick off the...
So we got the Dark Ritual into the
Well,
Plague.
no. Black Knight's a human. You don't want that, I don't think.
Okay, Wizard.
Oh, yeah.
This is nice, though. This is really nice.
I'm so excited for this matchup.
Yeah.
This is so much fun.
Chris is obviously getting the utility out of these Lavamancers, knowing that they're about to die.
Yep.
Boom. Both gone. That is so efficient. But she chooses not to play the Black Knight.
Well, it'll just get burned out.
That's pretty interesting. I don't know. I feel like that deck needs to start putting the pressure on at some point.
True. I can agree there.
Yeah. Chris running out Curse Scroll and just holding up the rest.
I think it's a waiting game now. Someone has to bite.
Yep. I think at this point you can definitely play out that second land and get this Black Knight on the board. Please tell me this Black Knight's coming down.
I've been waiting for it. I'm excited. Come on. Maybe she didn't want to take the point of damage from the Sulfur Springs.
Yeah.
Because, taking damage against the Sligh deck, kind of bad.
Yeah, it's pretty restrained. I don't know. I feel like against Sligh, I want to be on the board and I want to.
But is it worth 1 extra damage, Brad?
It might be. We'll find out. This Shock is going to easily answer the Black Knight. That's fine, though.
Oh, my God.
Hippie still in hand.
Well, now Chris has an active Curse Scroll once he sets off the bolt.
Yep.
You just hold up Ball Lightning because I think we'll just die the moment it touches a battlefield.
Another Hypnotic Spectre. All right.
Cast it.
All right. One of these has to come down, right? You got to start doing something at some point. You're at 15. He's at 19.
Yeah, you gotta at least eat some burn or something.
And she's just going to the end step again.
Interesting.
I'm not sure what's up with that.
So who do you
I
have?
guess she's holding up the Incinerate.
Yeah.
Right? Holding up the Incinerate, holding up the Terminate.
Well, she has two answers for any threat that comes down on his end.
Mog Fanatic, I am definitely terminating this thing.
One of the best cards in Premodern.
I've pretty much come to the conclusion with Mog Fanatic that I just want to answer it immediately. Just like
Mog Fantastic.
If Burn is paying 1 mana to do 1 damage, I'm stoked. And even though it sucks using your removal on it, I think that it's just like what you have to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is. There's the hippie.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this though. Like she had so many opportunities to cast this before, but she has the bolt back up now. So she's really being restrained with it, but I don't know that I like it with like this curse scroll active as well.
Oh yeah. Well, he's taking the gamble on it right now, so it's a 50-50 shot.
All right, and here she's going to get the information that Ball Lightning is in the
hand. Ooh,
hand.
Lightning Bolt has entered the revealed zone.
All right, so misses on the curse scroll, knows that Ball Lightning is there. She's probably feeling pretty good about that Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, Lightning Bolt hitting the hippie feels bad, but you kind of have to do it.
So now he's
Brad,
going for the Ball Lightning. All right.
Who do you have for this matchup? I kind of want to see Machine Head. Because I'm all about it recently.
Oh, I would love Machine Head to win. I think that Machine Head is clearly the good guy here.
For sure.
I think that this matchup right now is going Chris's way, though.
Yes.
Bolting the Ball Lightning feels nice. That's a solid answer. Very efficient.
Also, can we comment that most of Rebel's cards are new bordered? Some people would not like that in the pre-modern community.
Yeah, it's MTGO.
It doesn't matter. Look at Chris. However, I do like the 10th edition hippie.
All right, now we got this bolt coming on the hippie. Let's see if she chooses to cast that second Hypnotic Spectre out of the hand.
I would assume so.
Oh, okay. Chris went to face with that bolt. I was expecting
I
him
can
to
see
just,
that. You're at 9. I mean...
Yeah, absolutely.
And
With
your curse scroll gets whatever threat that's on the board for the most part.
Right.
Unless that's 3 toughness, of course.
Yeah, I mean, his hand is gone from this point as well. So
Ugh, this is a bit of a slowdown.
Yeah.
Here. But, yeah.
You know.
Shoot the curse scroll, then you cast the bauble.
Right, that's pretty nice for 0 as well.
It's like it's a good card or something.
Maybe there's something to this card in Burn.
Maybe. Shout out Aaron Dix.
Oh, and here we got the Mog Fanatic going face. This is where I answer it. Yep, absolutely.
There it is. Can't be regenerated.
I think that was the first time it attacked as well, right?
To my knowledge.
Second time?
I didn't see it.
At the most, it only got 2 damage, so that feels pretty good. That's like where you want to be with a Mog Fanatic.
For sure. That Incinerate's still there.
Yep.
All right, this got a little interesting.
Yep.
Chris is hellbent. Rebel holds up 2 cards. 1 he knows about.
So we're going to get 2 draws on his upkeep here.
What is it? 3 baubles in a row hit the same card.
Amazing. Fire Blast. So how much damage do we have now? 6 total?
Yeah.
Plus the Jackal Pup.
Land the pup.
Not the best draw against that Incinerate, but what are you going to do?
I mean, I think you just do it so you can get your curse scroll up.
Yep. And he's choosing not to here, so curse scroll's at 50-50.
Chris, what are you doing, baby? You're seeing something I'm not seeing. Also, shout out Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer. This is quite the tasty beverage for this matchup.
Okay, I kind of like this. Fire blasting before damage. He's got the mana floating, so he's going to be able to answer the Spectre.
Yep.
Man, this guy is so much better at this deck than I would be.
Oh, Chris is miles better than me. I'm bad.
I'm a Terrageddon player, so I can only count to 4 for Armageddon.
I tell myself I'm a Sligh player, but, everyone's better than I am.
I'm also not used to looking at this interface.
There it is.
Okay.
Now we're going to sideboarding.
All right. So anything hot coming out of the sideboard here? Are the lava darts? I mean, I guess those are kind of good against discard, right?
Yeah, because you can just, flash back later.
Yeah.
What do you take out? You take out the Jackal Pups because, it's an Incinerate Lightning Bolt deck.
Yeah. It's pretty possible that on the draw those Jackal Pups come out.
Right.
I definitely like the Sulfuric Vortex coming down. Like I was saying kind of in the pre-show, like if he lands a Sulfuric Vortex, there's just no way that the black-red deck can answer it. Cutting the ball lightnings, yep.
Smart, because those things are not living.
Yep. Price of Progress seems pretty good here. I think that Rebel was on at least 8 dual lands.
You have the Sulphur Springs, you have the Tainted Peaks, and then if memory serves, there's Mistress Factories.
Was she on Factories? We'll find out in a second.
Find out the next Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, no, I can agree with this.
I don't know. Three Price of Progress might be a bit much.
You think you should run 2?
Yeah, maybe 2 of those.
Because what you're looking at 10 non-basics total. You know, that seems fine.
It's not bad, but I kind of like those
If
lava
there's
darts in
factories.
this matchup.
Well, obviously, yeah, because of discard.
Okay, so he's doing 2 Price of Progress. He's got the 3 Vortexes, which are going to be pretty key here, and he's got 1 Ball Lightning, which seems right. You know, he doesn't want to time walk himself.
All right, now we're up to Rebel
sideboard. So speaking of enchantments, I mean, I would personally be bringing in those E-Plagues. I like E-Plague a lot against Burn. I don't know about Winter Orb, though.
Do you think she figures that... oh, never mind. I was going to say figures that he sides out the Ball Lightnings, or you think he's just going to control with the Goblins and the Wizards and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but... So...
Definitely take out the arenas.
Yeah,
that
so
makes a lot of
Phyrexian
sense.
Arena coming out feels pretty good.
Some rituals.
Dark Rituals. I don't know if I even necessarily want to cut Dark Ritual, though, when I have Engineered Plague.
So I'm down to 1 Dark Ritual in my Machine Head deck, and I took that right out of the Jared Doucette playbook. Kind of the similar train of thought with Dead Guy, where Dark Ritual, good like turn 1 to get Arena or Hippie, but you kind of want to start playing cards that actually do things.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm kind of low on it right now.
What about these Winter Orbs? I mean, is that really where you want to be against Burn? I guess that it shuts down Curse Scroll.
Definitely shuts down Curse Scroll, and Curse Scroll's huge against with this matchup.
But she's also taking out Dark Rituals, so like she's not able to cheat on mana, and this deck is also pretty mana hungry. I mean, you see 3 Flame Tongue Caboos and the 2 Blazing Specters, and then hard casting Hippies.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting.
I think that I want to keep those Dark Rituals in and just power out E-Plagues personally.
All right, game 2.
All right, so we got the Winter Orb in the opening on Rebel side, so we're going to see if this card actually does the work.
She is playing Factories. Okay, so those Price of Progress are going to be much better.
Yep, and she was on 4 Tainted Lands as well.
I don't think is she keeping this hand? Because there's no black mana. But you have, early turn Bull, Winter Orb to buy her time. Just buys time. Yeah. But also buying time against the red deck is dangerous.
Take some mulligan on that one. I might have kept that hand, but...
Sketchy.
This hand looks worse.
I'm not going to say it.
And Chris has just a
but also,
opener.
Not for nothing, all the creatures eat the burn that will go straight to Rebel's face,
Right.
Ooh, the 2 Price of Progress. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Only 1 non-basic, but...
It's not the worst.
His hand is low slung. It's looking good. He's leading on the Jackal Pup, which feels great right now. I mean, that's pretty much what we want to play turn 1.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I was thinking taking the pups out, but right now it's looking pretty hot.
So we got the Black Knight coming out, losing 1 point of life on that. It's a good blocker. That's definitely a good blocker against that Jackal Pup.
Is there not a kind of like a Black Knight, but it's pro red, or that's just Silver Knight?
Silver Knight.
That's just Silver Knight.
Yeah.
I want to say there's something else.
There probably is something at this point.
Probably Time Spiral had it.
Probably at this point. So Chris is choosing to use the removal on the Black Knight and get that Jackal Pup through.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think I like this trade. His graveyard is also pretty full already for this Grim Lavamancer. So, like, I don't know. These 2 power creatures aren't looking super hot right now.
I need some of those Engineered Plagues.
That Overload isn't looking amazing either.
So Overload is interesting with the Winter Orbs, because Winter Orb already does a good job shutting down the Curse Scroll.
Yeah, right. Maybe a little redundant there. We see a Lightning Bolt on the Grim Lavamancer. Pretty wise choice, and another Black Knight coming down.
Ooh, and drawing the Grim.
Yeah,
Grimy.
That's tough. That's tough, but like this is looking pretty good for her from what I thought that it would be.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Like, all right, so he can't attack this turn. That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's a good turn.
She needs a big top deck, and she gets the Incinerate. Is this going to go with the Grim Lavamancer again?
Has to.
Yep.
The key to destroy the Sligh deck, you have to get rid of the repeatable source of damage.
Yep.
That's huge.
Yep. She's shutting down all of that right now.
And Jackpup can't, as long as Black Knight doesn't attack, Jackpup doesn't get through.
Will we get the end of turn price of progress? Yes.
Hell yeah, you will.
4 damage, 2 mana.
Oh, God, it's such a good card.
Pretty good.
Hot.
Oh my gosh.
This hand.
So Chris needs a mountain.
Christie's Mountain is game over.
Yep.
Jeez.
Rebel needs a top deck. That.
Oh, then, no, it doesn't. I don't think Engineer Play does anything right now.
I mean, it lets her get a clock going.
Right, but one mountain, she loses.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this
What are the
team's
odds?
not in a
What are
great
the odds?
state, but
I'll take a drink
We'll see.
if
Okay.
there's a mountain.
Hypnotic Spectre coming down. I like that.
End of turn, prize of progress, easy money.
Yep, another 2 mana, 4 damage, end of turn.
Mountain. Okay, you know,
Ooh.
it's not that bad.
All right.
That's all right. I'll take that.
So Incinerate probably going at this hippie right here to clear the way for
No, right to the
Jackal
face,
Pup?
right to
Oh.
the face, and
Oh,
Fire
yeah?
Blast
Oh,
dead.
Jesus.
Fire
Oh,
Blast
my
dead.
God.
Game over.
Yeah, I think that Rebel's curve was just like way too high in this
I don't
matchup.
know if the Incinerates were good. I mean, I think you might need Cabal therapies instead,
Yeah.
because I don't think she was running Cabal therapies. I would have to look over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, should we do an outro? I mean, I guess we'll give a shout out to Will Hurst again.
Yeah, shout out Will Hurst.
That
Shout out
match
to
was
Premodern
really
Super
fast.
League.
That match was really fast.
That match was super fast. That was fun, though, because I love both of these decks. These decks are awesome.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that can't be with us today. MF Doom, Big L, ODB.
Oh, Big L, rest in peace.
All the real ones that influence us
Hell
in our
yeah.
everyday lives.
Hell yeah. Will, thanks for having us, man. You know, Brad, Tony from the Dress Crew. Thanks for loving the crew. And I think that concludes our time here.
Been a pleasure.
Hell yeah. Take care, everybody.